Namaste. What's up, homies? Get it, homies? Today, you don't have to laugh at my joke, that's fine. Today I wanted to bring forth a very welcoming, beginner-friendly pranayama practice. So pranayama is this practice of our breath. So really noticing our breath, controlling our breath, and creating a relationship with it. And there are so many different ways to practice pranayama. If you just sit here and take a really deep breath, you're practicing pranayama. But there are 1,000,001 ways to really practice, and once you start practicing with your breath, there again are 1,000,001 ways to intensify that with retaining the breath, holding the breath out, lengthening your breath, mudras with your hands. So we create these energy portals with our hands, with our arms. You could add sound. So there's a lot that you could do with it, but we're not going to do all of that today. We're going to start off really simple, super simple. And wherever you are or wherever you want to practice breathing, know that you can practice it wherever you are. So I'm choosing today to sit on a couch in the shade because there's no room on the floor in the shade. Everything's sun and it is freaking hot out. But knowing that if you're at your dining room table and you're sitting with your legs on the ground, that's fine. If you are very new and sitting up tall is hard. When I first started yoga, sitting up tall was like the hardest thing I had ever done. And you want to lie down on your back, feel free to do that. The practice that we're going to do today might be a little bit difficult doing it on your back, but there are definitely other ones that you could do there. So the practice today is called Nadi Shodhana, alternate nostril breathing. And what alternate nostril breathing does is it clears your nadis. What are your nadis? So your nadis are these energy channels that run through your body. And there's estimated to be about 72,000 of them, which is a lot. We have a lot of energy running through us, a lot of prana. Prana means energy. But we have three main ones, and it's the Ida, the Pingala, and the Sushumna. And each of them represents something different, but pretty much what they do is there's two on the sides and one down the center. And the two on the sides, they connect at your root chakra, the base of the spine, and the crown of the head. And they intercross at the middle, through the middle one, and link all of your chakras together. So your chakras, I know there's so much information. Your chakras are your energy system. There's 7 chakras, and there are these portals of energy, pretty much. Bright lights coming out of you. And that's definitely something that we can explore another time, just so that you had a general idea on the energetic level, why we're practicing breathing. And had you read my newsletter, you would know the physical reasons why we're practicing breathing, to stimulate our vagus nerve, to affect our heart rate, our blood pressure, our endocrine system, your hormones. Everything is linked to your breath. So I'm going to stop talking and we're going to get into the breath. So find a comfortable seat. Lengthen the spine. And maybe you have a hard time lengthening your spine with your legs crossed, so just take your legs down if you're sitting on a chair. Shoulders away from the ears. Left hand stays down on your knee. Lift your right arm up. You're collapsing your pointer and your middle finger. And the fingers that we're using in this practice are your ring finger and your thumb. Take your thumb to plug your right nostril. Inhale through the left. Hold at the top, switch the plug. So you're taking your ring finger to plug the left nostril this time, exhaling out your right. Inhale through your right. Hold, switch, exhale out your left. And keep it going just like this, inhaling through your left. Switch. Exhaling out the right. Inhaling. Switch. Exhaling. And finding your own pace. If my cues are not quite linked up to your breath, that's fine. We're all at different places in our life. Each breath should be deep, your version of a deep breath. So we're really cleansing out the body here and offering our body to come back to this state of equilibrium, come back to this state of center. Keep the breath going. And what happens when the body is out of this center state, when it's out of equilibrium, that's when disease happens. Disease or dis-ease of the body. Stay with your breath. And if you want to explore, make it a little bit more challenging, maybe when you inhale, you hold at the top for 2 or 3 seconds. Switch. Exhale. Inhaling. The retention is not necessary and shouldn't be done if you're having heart issues or if you really suffer from depression. But if it is something, if you want to advance the practice, that would be the next step. Let's do 2 more rounds together. End with exhaling out the right nostril. Release both hands down to your knees, chin to your chest, keep the spine long. And just give your body a few moments of stillness to really take in the effects and observe the effects. And bringing yourself back to your light, opening your gaze, opening your eyes. A really cool thing that our body does is every 2 to 3 hours in a healthy body, we switch the nostril we breathe through. And it's not something that we can necessarily tell just by sitting here. It's something that has been observed from scientists. There's been studies that have been released on it. But if you're in a healthy body, your body's trying to maintain this homeostasis on its own, this state of balance, because that's where you're most healthy. So every 2 hours, it switches the dominant nostril that we're breathing through. So maybe, right now it's my left, and in 2 hours it'll be my right, which is just, I found that really interesting. I hope you find that as interesting as my dorky self did. So this alternate nostril breathing, Nadi Shodhana, is really good if you feel you need to create balance in the body. If you feel like your mind is very distant from your body, your breath is very distant from your body, let's face it, that happens more often than not. And it's a good place to bring you back to center. It's also a really good breath to connect with your creativity and connect with that divine, connect with your prana if you're feeling stuck. It's really meant to just clear out the nadis, and everything that you have in there that needs to go, goes. Thank you so much for practicing Nadi Shodhana with me. Hope you have a beautiful, beautiful day. Namaste.